see you anyway, Liz, and I hope you're well. You're all good?
Yeah, all good.
Brilliant. Okay, as I said, no props. Challenging our balance. We're quite challenged mine today. So, right, let's get ourselves grounded when you're ready. No rush at all. So, feet hip distance apart. Second and third toes facing forward. I know you know it all. Soften the knees. For those that don't, soften the knees. Take a look down. Okay, hands onto the hips. We're going to gently tip the hips. Oh, okay. Well, we'll try and tip the hips. They're a little bit stiff today. Oh, it's nice to get them moving there. Okay. Tailbone towards the heels. We're looking for that natural S shape. Standing nice and tall, shoulders away from the ears, really lengthen through the neck. So now I've got your alignment set up, we're going to shake. We're going to start with the hands and the feet. And, or you can tell the introverts, I was doing this the weekend, and actually they got the pretty giggles in the end. It was hilarious. Okay, shaking the arms, shaking the legs, so they all hang out. It's been a Monday. Okay, now, all the way up to the ceiling, keep shaking, and then slowly down to the floor. Loads of science behind this. I started reading it, lost the will to live, and just realised it's just a nice thing to do. And again, all the way up. I should have done this morning. My Monday might have been a little bit better. And then all the way down to the floor. And slowly coming back up. Really quick way to warm up, isn't it? Brilliant. Okay, plant those feet once again. We're going to take that, we'll really warm up through the feet and warming up through the core. So we're going to take it around the world. So standing nice and tall, draw up through the pelvic floor, the shoulders away from the ears. So we're taking the weight to the balls of the feet, not raising the heels to the side, to the back, to the side. I really struggle taking it onto my heels. I don't know about you. Drawing up through the pelvic floor so you're holding that core. I don't find this easy at all. Is it an age thing?
I start my classes with this.
Do you?
I do left to right, forward, backwards, and then circle.
Yeah, and change direction. We do neglect our feet quite a bit. When we do, I do find sometimes think, why are they struggling their balance? And I think very often it's foot strength more than core. Okay, two more. I'm going to squad your mat as well. That doesn't help. That's my excuse. And the last one. Back to the centre. Okay. Keep those feet hip distance apart. Soften the knees. To start with, take the arms out to the side. We're going to rotate and raise. Keeping the rib cage low. Shoulders away from the ears. Open, rotate, and lower. Okay, keep going. Raise. And up. Nice and gentle. Should feel those abs kicking in. A couple more, and then we're going to take some heel raises as well. So, working into the shoulder girdle, a little bit of coordination, concentration. So your class is still going well?
Yeah, I just had the school holidays here in France, so I didn't do it. I'm opening up English speaking couple of classes, so I'm hoping I'll get people for that.
You're a busy lady. You like me, do you? Some days though, I think I just want to sit still. I just want to win the lottery and just fly on a beach somewhere. But I'd be bored. We'd be bored. We'd be looking for something to do, Liz. Rotate, raise.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I mean, I love teaching it.
Yeah, I know, I do as well. Sometimes it's when you've got other things to do, isn't it? Two more. That's what I find. I think that's being a woman though, isn't it? It's either, kids or partners or somebody wants you to do it, or like you with how is your mum?
Yes, she's always going on toes when we're doing this. I didn't realise. Are you going up on your toes?
Did you miss that bit? Okay. But do a few raises. Do a few heel raises. We were talking heel raise. Let's do just warming up through the calves. That's us talking, isn't it? As we're warming up. Nice. 5. Watch those ankles. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, take those feet a bit wide. Is she okay, Liz, in between exercises? Yeah, it sounds like she's doing well.
Yeah, no, she's
Open
doing
up. Yeah, open up through the chest. Okay, we're going to take the weights from side to side. Just warm it and take it a little bit further. So it's a lean and a raise. Nice and gentle. Engaging the core and keep the arms wide. Trying to explain this to somebody today that they kept trying to do this. They really struggled to understand. But I think if people aren't very body aware, it's quite difficult, isn't it?
Proprioception is a real skill.
It is, yes. I was trying to, without sort of pointing her out in a class, I just kept trying it in different, I was covering somebody else's class at Valentine's. Yeah.
There's no mirrors.
Sorry?
There's no mirrors so they can see what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, there are.
Yeah. 4, we're going to hold the last one. 3, yes. They still don't seem to. 2, and 1. Raise that leg, we're going to tap down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change sides, soften the knees, coming over, draw up to the pelvic floor, raise. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to the centre. Opposite arm to leg, space into John Travolta. So we're doing some standing balance and then some balance on the mat. Raise that top leg if you can, soften the supporting leg. Reach away with the fingers and the toes coming across the body. And away. I'm going to come off this squidgy mat. I'm really wobbly today. I think it's just tiredness actually. And away. Nice and slowly. Brilliant. Through the pelvic floor. 5 more.
Hips are quite small. I realise this.
3, 2, 1, and release. Change sides. A little bit stiff. Raise that top leg, coming across the body, and release. Five more. Keep that top leg raised if you can. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Rotate. Keep that leg at the back. You'll laugh at this. I started with a class on Saturday morning, and I always say, if I don't know them, if anybody's got injuries, health conditions, can you come way back me? I can see you. Please tell me at the start of the class. I can adapt. I can change things for you. I can be aware. Few people did. Gets into the class, this woman said, "Oh, I really struggled with that." I said, "Oh, why?" And she said, "Oh, I've got steel pins in my feet." And I thought, honestly. And I said, "But I could have given you like a foam roller to hold on to to help with balance." I said, "You tell me, I can adapt." It was my fault you couldn't do it. Honestly. I was just like, and I was trying to smile, but really I was thinking, oh, I'm in. Okay, taking that foot back, raising the arms forward. So fingers, hips, feet are all in line. We're going to come up, standing nice and tall, bringing that knee in. And this we do, there's a movement backwards with the hands, but it comes from the shoulder, so it's not from the chest. And then slowly taking that foot back, raising the arms. Now, if you can keep that back foot off the floor, but if not, don't worry. Soften the supporting leg. Grow nice and tall. Lots of balance, lots of core, lots of everything needed on this one. And it's a squeeze. If that's too much for you today, I just want you to tap back, tap in, and then knee raise. Four more. We're going to hold that back leg on the last one. 3, 2, and 1. Extend that leg behind, hips facing forward. You're going to raise that back leg for 5. When you're ready, oops, she says, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Change sides. Extend that back leg away, it's facing forward, reach away, arms coming to the side of the head. When you're ready, push through that front leg, knees coming up, pushing the arms back from the shoulders. And then away into that reach, and up to standing. Nice and slowly. Five more, hold the last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend that leg behind, 5 leg raises. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, feet nice and wide. Turning the feet out. Soften the knees, pushing the knees out as far as you can so they're in line with the feet. Open out through the chest, hands on top of the sides. Very simply into some reaches. So we're working through the obliques. So just some rotation with the obliques, but this is also flexion from the spine, going nice and tall before you come down. Still breathing. A little bit lower if you want more of a challenge. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Back to the center, extend the legs. Come into some of those wide squats, bringing the arms into it, pushing through the heels, squeezing together. Make sure that tailbone is coming down towards the floor. Imagine your back is sliding down the wall. Nice and tall, through the neck. If you feel a knees are rolling forward, just take the weight to the outside of the feet. 5 more. Hold the last one down. 4, 3, there's quite a bit of cracking going on here. 2, no music, that's fine. And 1, hold the last one down. We're coming up and over, reaching away, slowly back to the center. Up and over, weight stays between the 2 feet. 4, 3, do you find as soon as you say that, people speed up? 2, and 1. Slowly back to the center and release. Okay, give those legs a shake. Top of your mat, so coming into roll thumbs. I noticed yesterday, as soon as I went 3, 2, 2, 1, it was that fast. They were quite funny. Okay. Yeah, it's funny teaching somebody else's class. They go to do something because they've obviously got a routine going, and you're like, oh, I know, we do the routine. So okay, soften those knees, just a reminder, tailbone towards the hips. Really extend through the spine, shoulders away from. I should have got you to do near class today, Liz, that would be nice.
Oh, yeah, it's a good one.
Should do that, if it's you and I next time.
Another time, yeah.
Yeah, we'll swap round. Okay, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, draw up through the pelvic floor, gaze towards the tummy rest and feel that stretch in the neck. Then we're going to peel up one vertebra at a time. And we're aiming for a C shape of the spine. Relax through the arms, let the fingertips go towards the mat, slowly lowering them down. And as you do, the pelvis is tilting, tummy button towards the thighs, tailbone towards the ceiling. Importantly, top of the head towards the mat. Now hold that position. Feel the stretch into the hamstrings, but feel the lengthening through the neck. Hold it there. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, draw up through the pelvic floor, re-engaging the core, get to reset the spine, keeping the weight between the 2 feet, knees and hips nice and level, slowly coming up to standing. Head is the last thing to come up. Let's do that again. Deep breath in. As you exhale, Gaze towards the tummy button. Exaggerate this curl, really peel off one vertebrae at a time into that C shape, and lowering the fingertips down, tipping that pelvis, tailbone towards the ceiling, tummy button towards the thighs, top of the head towards the mat. Deep breath in. As you exhale, restacking the spine. The second one is the magic one. Should feel a little bit taller at the end of this one. On the last one, we're going to stay down. Deep breath in. As you exhale, into your roll down. Into that forward fold. Now I want you to walk your hands to the outside of your left foot, get some nice rotation, feeling an extra stretch into the hamstrings, hold it there. And then slowly to the outside of the right foot. Ooh. And then front of your toes, slowly walking the hands out to plank position. Really small movements with the hands, engage the core to ensure smooth movements with the hips. In plank, shoulders over the wrists, nice and long through the spine, gaze just in front of the fingertips. Okay, from there we can be up to down dog. Nose going back towards the knees, heels dropping down towards the mat, lengthen through the spine. And slowly, as slow as you can, you're taking the weight forward, back into that plank position. And again, slowly up, down dog. Dropping those heels down, feet into the hamstrings, and slowly forwards into that plank. So we're working into the shoulders the last time. Raising up. Good core exercise. Slowly back to plank. And then lower two knees towards the mat and come onto all fours. Okay. Shoulders over the wrist, just a normal cat stretch to start with, and then we've got a little add-on for you. Shoulders over the hips. No, let's start again. Shoulders over the wrist, hips over the knees. Go on, try and do that one, Liz. Okay. As we take a deep breath in, curl up into your side cat, take your gaze towards your tummy button, really round that spine off as much as you can. As you exhale, lengthen through the neck as the head comes forwards and upward, chest comes down, push through the hands. And again, deep breath in, curling up. And gently exhale. Come back to your natural spine position. Now, take your right hand towards your left hand and do exactly the same thing. So curling up, so you've got some little bit of rotation through the spine, just a bit off centre, and exhale. See if you feel an extra stretch or not with that one. And you might take them a little bit further round towards the left. Take it to the left, you should feel it through the right side, so into your happy cat, side cat in your own time. Just one more. A little bit more movement in the shoulder, I haven't really tried that one before. And then back to the centre, change side, so hands towards the right. Sad cat, happy cat in this position. And one more. Use that inhalation to inflate the lungs, separate the vertebrae. And relax back to the centre. Okay, raise 2 feet off the mat. Take both feet towards the left, take a look, so we're whacking the tail. Take them towards the right and look. Speed that up a little bit. Just loosening off through the lower back, working into the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to the center. Staying on all fours, we're coming straight out to bird dog. So if you're doing this in a class, you can obviously add on some little tiny weights. With back to basics, opposite arm to leg, take a breath in. As you exhale, slide the opposite arm to leg along the mat before you raising up. Push through that supporting hand, hips facing forward. Don't worry about the height of the back leg. Foot flat on the floor at the back and slowly coming back to all fours. Changing sides. Slowly is really important for those little core muscles to be kicking in, so the big global muscles, which you can do this exercise with. Slowly back to all fours, changing sides, keeping the weight over that imaginary line between the hands and the knees. Again, 3 more, we're going to hold the last one. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly out. Check that shoulders over the wrist, push through that supporting hand. Now take the arm and leg out to the side, 45 degrees. Hold it. Slowly back and to all fours. Changing side into that strong bird dog before you do anything. Gaze just in front of the fingertips on the floor, out to 45 degrees. Slowly back and back to all fours. 2 more of those, out to bird dog. Take a rest if the wrists are having a little moan. Hold that position, out to 45 degrees. Back to bird dog. Slowly lower. Slowly out to bird dog. 45. Slowly back. All fours. And just come off your wrists for a moment, just give them a little bit of a wiggle. Do you find a lot of your clients struggle with their wrists?
Yeah, I mean, I do actually as well.
Yeah.
All sorts of have shoulder issues. Well, clients that have shoulder issues don't necessarily have a big heart to lift one arm or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got there's quite a few actually tomorrow that have shoulder issues. More hips on a Wednesday, shoulders are a Tuesday. Okay. Let's come back up to that bird dog. This time we're going to take it into a balance. We're going to raise the back foot off the floor. If you're okay. I suppose if the wrists are really bad, I mean, you can do it here, but obviously it's less challenging.
Yeah. I have got somebody who's going to be operated on their carpal tunnel, so
yeah,
I might get her to do things on her.
Yeah, or on a roller, or even actually, if you start on your elbows and you do that, and you just raise the elbows up, you know, you're not putting that much weight on your hands, so you're raising your forearms up, and actually that's quite a challenge.
Well, it's too much of a challenge for me.
Okay, when you're ready, we bring out to bird dog for the last few exercises, holding it there, raising the back foot off, and we're going to hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower and changing sides. Taking it out, hold it there nice and strong before you raise that back foot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly release. Come up onto your knees and give the wrists a little bit of a rest. Okay, we're going to take the right foot forward, hips facing forwards, coming into a lunge. But what I want you to do is raise the arms up above the head. So you're opening out through the chest. This hip, you're tipping the pelvis forward, so you're opening out through the left hip and taking the weight forward. Trying to keep the head and chest up. So we're not here, we're here if we can. Obviously, lots of mobility needed through the spine, working into the hips. From there, lowering the arms down, extending that front leg, nose towards the knees, dropping that tailbone towards the heels. And if you can, raise the front toes up for an extra stretch. Slowly coming back up, arms are raising into that lunge position. And extend. Ooh. Be a bit wobbly for doing this, raising the toes up. And we're coming back into a lunge slowly, but what I want you to do is curl your back toe under, raising up. Now, if you're nice and strong in this lunge position, I want you to raise that back knee off the mat and hold it there. And then slowly lower. Coming back to two knees. How is that?
Hard.
It's quite for you, okay. Left foot coming forward, hips facing forward, really important, raising the arms up, working into the shoulder girdle, tipping that pelvis, so where's the tailbone, pointing towards the back knee, and then slowly forwards. You're in control, and then extending that front leg, dropping the chest down, nose towards the knee, extend away. And slowly, arms are coming forwards and upwards as you're coming into that lunge. And extend, dropping the nose towards the knee, raising the toes up if you can. And the last one, as you do, curl the back toes under. If your mat doesn't get in the way, into that lunge. And then raise that back knee off, hold that position. Dropping the knee and release. Ooh, onto your bottoms. That's not easy, is it, that one? It's trying to keep everybody happy in a class though, isn't it, Liz? That's the trick. Trying to give everybody something without some people feeling disappointed that they can't do it. Okay, now, in this position with the extended legs, we're looking for hips, shoulders and ears all in line, extending the legs away. If you struggle in this position, you do feet together, knees out to the side, just open out through the hips a little bit, and slowly raising the arms up above the head. Arms to the side of the ears. From here, we're going to rotate, one arm forward, one arm back, gaze towards the hand at the back, slowly facing forward, extend fingertips towards the ceiling and slowly the other direction. So really good mobility exercise, not always easy if you're a little bit stiff in the hamstrings or in the lower back. Don't forget to breathe. Lots of control. Last four. 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, drop those arms to the side and the feet towards the bottom. We come towards the top of your mat. We often go backwards. Feet hip distance apart to start with, hands behind the thighs, onto the bony part of your bottom, your sitting bones. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, take your gaze towards your tummy button, nice and gently extend the arms away into that lovely little roll down. Slowly coming up onto the top of the sitting bones, growing nice and full. So really gently to start with, just getting that lower back moving nicely, looking for a flowing motion. And when you feel confident, take your arms away, do exactly the same thing. When you come up to sitting, you're going to raise the arms up above the head. And again. 3 more. Gaze towards the tummy button, keep the chin off the chest if you can. Last one. If you find the quads are really kicking in, extend the legs away, help switch them off a little bit. And all the way up. Okay, hands behind the thighs. We are going to roll like a ball, but we're going to do a little bit of balance before we do that. So, onto the bony part of your bottom, and I want you to hinge, so keeping a straight back, leaning backwards, and gently taking the feet off the floor. Shoulders away from the ears. We're going to extend the left leg and the right leg. 2 together. And release. Okay, keep the feet off the floor. From here, C-curl the spine. We're going to come into a rolling like a ball, rolling back onto the shoulders, all the way up, back, keeping the feet off the floor. Let's do that again. So we're going to extend, left, right, 2 legs, C-curl the spine, rolling up onto the shoulders, all the way back up, balance onto the bottom. Okay, now without the hands, left leg extend, right leg extend, both legs extend. This time as we're rolling back, the arms are coming up and over the head, onto the shoulders, slowly rolling back and back up. Well done. Okay, so again without the hands, left leg, right leg, 2 legs, but I want you to hold that position, and then we're going to roll back, arms over the head, feet over the head, slowly back and back, hold, and release. And relax.
These bit in these hip flexy bits. So.
Should we do we'll do one more of those just to say that it's not getting the better of us. Okay, last one, let's do this. Okay, balance first. So we've got a lovely straight back, really lengthening. Extend the 2 legs. C-curl the spine, arms are coming up and over, hips are raised. Keep the hips low. Nose, knees towards the nose, slowly rolling down. Lots of control. Back. Yay! And into stop. See, I've done that in the class the weekend, and also they were all over the place. And who's coming tonight? So I changed it. When it was you, I thought, oh, we can do that. We can do that one. Okay, into straddle sit forward. We're going to come into soar. So what we're aiming for is knees towards the ceiling. Now, obviously, if you're a bit stiff here, either put a cushion underneath your bottom. Listen, I'm giving you the teaching points because you're teaching, and sometimes it's nice to hear other people say about the teaching points. So I know you know. Bend the knees if you need to in this position, but if you can extend away, relax through the feet. Float the arms out to the side so they're in line with the legs. We're actually going to rotate. So we're taking little finger towards little toe. It's a reach. So it's a hinge from the hips, slowly back, and rotate, and reach, and back. I find people are quite stiff to do this one, do you? Especially in the lower back, there's lots of really arched backs, sort of curved, yeah, like sort of humpbacks, if you like.
Yeah, I struggle with these. All of these are painful for me.
Well, I did that reformer class. I haven't seen you, but I did a reformer class, and I was the oldest one there. But it was good, but quite nerve-wracking. I kept thinking, I don't think I can balance in the position you're trying to get me into. But I'm doing it again. Last 3. 3 should get easier. More we're doing. 2. And 1. And release. How does that feel? Okay. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to extend your left leg away. Take your hands behind your right thigh and extend that leg. So we're hamstrings again. Work your hands up towards your ankles and bring that leg towards you. I know we've done a little bit of this, but we're extending earlier. Walk the hands down as you see curling down towards the mat. Bring that knee towards the nose by walking the hands up towards the ankle. Ow! Walk the hands down. As you see curl the spine, pushing the hands into the leg into hands and back up. Walking the hands towards the ankle. So if people are a little bit stiff, this is quite a nice one. You could do it with bent legs actually. Extend away. Rolling down as you're walking the hands down towards the back of the thigh. Walking them up towards the ankle as you bring the leg towards the chest. Walking down as we see curling up to sitting. So working upper and lower abs, but working into the hamstrings. Walk up towards the ankle, walking down and release. Change legs. Hands behind the left knee, extend that leg away, walking the hands towards the ankle. drawing the leg towards the chest. As you C-curl, walk the hands down, C-curl, walk the hands back up, knee towards the nose, ooh. C-curling up, walking the hands down, walking them up. So 2 lots of stretches while you're sitting up, so it's really working into the hip flexor, slowly down, and then more into the hamstring when you're on the mat. Lowering the leg, C-curling up, last little stretch, and release. That's quite, I mean, you can do that one, can't you, with a band, especially if they're beginners, they've got more control with the band, haven't they? So that's quite a good one. Okay, extend the legs away, we're going to roll all the way down to the mat. Nice and slowly into a full body stretch. So slowly all the way down, arms are coming up and over the head. Keeping the back of the rib cage in contact with the mat. Extend away with the arms, extend away the fingertips, extend away with the toes. Create as much space between your joints as you can. Ooh, that should feel good. And then slowly bringing the feet towards the bottom and the fingertips towards the ceiling. Okay, nice little bit of arm movement before we do anything else. Right arm's coming up and over the head, left arm's coming to the side of the mat. Taking both arms wide, so you do an angel, so you do semicircles, literally in opposite directions. So left arm above the head, right arm to the side of the hip, and slowly bring them up, fingertips up towards the ceiling, and then back the way you came. So opposite arm, away from each other, taking the arms wide, and then back, fingertips towards the ceiling. And again, change direction. Extending arms away. Good for the brain function. If you're having a really bad day, and it's frustrating. And again, opposite arm away. Nice gentle movement. Working to shoulder girdle. And slowly, fingertips towards the ceiling. Blow those hands onto the tummy. Thumbs towards the tummy button, fingertips towards the pubic bone, straight into our clock, nice and gently. Rolling the imaginary marble towards 12 o'clock, the tummy button, shoulders away from the ears, and then tipping towards the pubic bone, which is 6 o'clock. Keeping the knees as still as you can. If you're a little bit stiff, the knees will try to kick in, but really it should be all about tipping the pelvis in a flowing motion. So from the tip of the sacrum to the widest point. Exhale on the exertion. Imagine all the little muscles that are working really hard for this tipping to take place. Two. And one. Okay, settle the marble in the middle of that clock face. Take it from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And I love your tip, Liz. Pressing down on the right foot, pressing down and away, right, raises the right hip. Relax, changing side, pushing down and away with the left foot, raising the left hip. Exaggerate that move. So you're raising one butt cheek at a time off the mat, getting as much rotation through the lower back as you can. Still relaxing through the neck, relaxing through the shoulders. It's really windy here. Don't know what it's like where you are. Oh, that's the same. You can really hear it. I thought it was the helicopters, but it's not, it's wind. 2 and 1. Okay, back to the centre. This time we're going to roll towards 12 o'clock and all the way around the clock face, trying to hit every number on the clock face. And keep the neck relaxed. I find you can get quite tense when you're concentrating on this one. So it should feel like a nice massage into your back. Okay. One more in that direction, and then gently change direction. Two more. And then back to the center. Lovely. Feet, knees and hips are all in line. Float the arms above the chest. Palms facing inwards, fingertips towards the ceiling. Lengthen the spine along the mat and make sure the shoulder blades are level on the mat. Relax through the neck. We're coming up into a bridge. Taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, taking the pelvis towards 12 o'clock, peeling the spine off the mat. Squeezing the glutes, pushing through the heels, keeping the chest nice and low so no discomfort through the neck. Keep raising. And slowly all the way down. Tailbone is the last thing to touch down on the mat. Again, deep breath in. Exhale on the exertion as you tip in the pelvis, push through the heels, feel the spine off the vertebrae. The vertebrae off the mat, one at a time, squeezing up into a bridge. Check that those hips are level, just gently put your hands onto your hips. Squeeze and hold, and slowly all the way down. Two more like this, then I've got a little add-on. Take a breath in. As you exhale, tipping that pelvis, lots of movement through the spine, strengthening the back line. Slowly all the way down. And one more, and hold this one up. Take a breath in. As you exhale, tipping the pelvis all the way up. Hold that position. Two hands gently onto the hips. Now we're going to rotate the hips. We're going to drop the left hip down towards the mat, so release the glutes on the left side, then squeeze both glutes. Raising up, release on the right, and dropping down. Hips nice and level on the mat, so in your own time. Again, rotation. Lots of nice balance needed. Strengthen the glutes. Six more. Four. Three. Two. One. Back to the center. Slowly lower all the way down. Bring one knee into the chest and bring the second one to join it. Hug them in nice and tight and gently rock from side to side. Ooh. You forget sometimes how difficult bridges can be, don't you? You sort of take it as a basic exercise, but if you do it well, you really feel it. Okay. Come back to settle. Slowly lower those feet back to the mat. We're going to come back up to bridge, and this time we're going to do single knee raises. Obviously taking good core exercise, lots of balance involved. You can either keep the hands on the floor or float the arms above the chest, it's up to you. So taking a breath in, as you exhale, taking the pelvis, pushing through the heels, slowly up to that nice strong bridge position, keeping the chest low. And when you're ready, single knee raises, so raising up to tabletop, trying to keep the hips high, and alternate legs in your own time. You want a little add-on? You can tabletop, extend, tabletop, and lower. Six more. Last three. And one. Slowly slowly lower, knees back into the chest, into a tight ball. If you can, bring your nose towards your knees, really curling off through that spine. And gently release. Ooh. Okay, roll onto your side for me, Liz. You might know about this actually. So stack your hips, stack your knees, stack your feet. Take your bottom hand, bottom arm across and hold onto that top knee. And what you're going to do is keep that knee and that hip in place. Top hands coming forward at chest height. If you need to, you can put a sort of block or something underneath your head. We're going to open out through the top arm, so opening out, but at the same time pulling that top leg forward. Take your gaze towards your hand, on that top hand, reaching away. Really feel that rotation through the spine. Slowly bringing forwards to tap the floor. And again, big arch with the hand, gently pulling forward, keep that hip facing forward. You'll really feel that rotation through the spine. And slowly back. Okay, we're going to take the arm up and over, drawing a circle with the arm. Skimming past the hip. And again, up and over. Okay, back to starting position. Now open out through the chest again, and this time release that top leg. I'm going to extend it away. Take the gaze in the opposite direction to the leg, hold it there. Flex the foot. Relax the foot. Two knees together, and we're going to take the knees up and over and change direction. Starting position again. So on your side, bottom arm comes across, holds onto the outside of that top knee, top hand coming forward. So shoulders, knees, hips are stacked, open out through the chest. So not chest openings, but at the same time pulling this top leg forward, reaching away with the fingertips, and slowly back. And again, up and over, reach away. And slowly back together. Top hand, drawing a giant circle. Gaze towards the fingertips. And again, pulling that knee forward, so hips are still stacked. Back to that starting position. Slowly opening out through the chest, release that top leg. Both arms are wide, extend that top leg, opposite hand to foot, gaze in the opposite direction, hold it there. Flex the foot, point the foot, relax the leg, and gently roll onto your back. Ooh, okay. How's that? You okay? Okay.
Nice, nice.
It's nice that one, isn't it? It's nice doing that.
A really good rotation by holding down the knee.
Yes, yeah, it was just the other day I was playing with it and I suddenly thought what happens is people relax that top hip and then it rolls back, and actually what you're looking for is more rotation through the spine, isn't it? So you just need to hold that knee forward. So I thought that made a massive difference. Okay, shoulders away from the ears. Make sure the shoulder blades are level on the mat. Extend the legs along the mat if that's comfortable for you, whatever position you find comfortable. Gently closing the eyes, really gently. And switching your focus from movement to the breath. So we want to get in a relaxation state as quickly as we can. So when we're in stressful positions in our lives, we're able to calm the body down and calm the mind down as quickly as possible. In order to do that, focus on the breath. We're going to breathe in through the nose. Think about pushing the air down towards the pubic bone, expanding the ribcage out to the sides and to the back, but not flaring through the front of the chest. Feel the tummy expand as you're inhaling. And as you gently exhale through the mouth, feel the tummy retract. And again, deep breath in. Really focus on controlling that rib cage, lowering the diaphragm. Gently the tummy expands. And gently exhale. In your own time, keep doing that. Slowing the heart rate down, quietening the body, and then quietening the mind. We're aiming to get to a place where the mind is relaxed enough that it seems clear and it's allowed to wander. Let your thoughts wander. Acknowledge any unwanted thoughts and release them, and not for now. Taking the time to give your body a little bit of an MOT, where, if anywhere, you're holding your tension. What worked well in the movements for you today? What would you like to change or improve? And just take a few moments to yourself. Gently breathing in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again in. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and keep those fingers and toes and wiggle, just gently getting some movement back into the body. And very slowly, I want you to roll onto your sides. Push yourself up into sitting in cross-legged position. Doesn't matter how many times you say that, people still swing up, don't they? Oh, or is that just my clients? Okay, sitting. They do. Please don't swing up. I'm just always worried. Sitting nice and tall. Okay, hand to the side, reaching up and over. Or stretch as far as you can. And again, up and over. waking up. Changing sides, but this time we're going to rotate, two hands are on the mat, walk the hands around, reaching as far away from the feet, from the bottom as you can, until you're at the side, open out, and back the way you came, so reaching up and over, two hands onto the mat, reaching as far forward as you can, all the way around, open up, and back to the centre. Okay, let's do 2 deep breaths in, breathing in. Gaze towards the fingertips as you exhale, spread the fingers really wide, working into the hands. And again, deep breath in. And exhale. Hands to the chest and give yourself a, we'll give ourselves a clap. Okay, it's a deal. Next time it's you and I, you're taking the class.
Yeah.
Because it'd be nice, it's nice to do somebody else and just think, oh, how do they do that? Or how do they say that? You're actually in your own habits sometimes, aren't you?
Yeah.
That'd be really